Welcome to Log 7, the south of Sweden, and June. I'm Talissa, a documentary photographer and filmmaker, MA student in global political economics, and the bottomless well behind social enterprise, The Pilgrim Project. This time, I'm home. For those who don't know, I was born a little ways up the coast from here.
In the most recent installment of thieving my mother's wardrobe. When was this trench coat purchased?
Well over 40 years ago, before you were born. And we all know how old you are.
Okay, that's nice. What institutions and frameworks are currently in place for pilgrimage preservation?
I'm currently at my uncle's house. I'm being allowed to use his office. He's also brought me gold.
Precisely.
Vad heter det på svenska? 24 centimeters.
This is my brief moment, and I'm gonna milk it for all it's worth before I go back to work.
We are tasked with collecting a lot of red bricks. So there used to be a brick factory up around the corner. Obviously that got dismantled, chucked in the ocean, and now we've got red remnants that we have to collect from Mum's garden because that is the task at hand.
I am Tour Child, checking in with treasures.
Going to Malmö today, which means that I've got a bunch of editing and things to do before that.
Better come with you.
Would you do that? You know, I would.
Good morning from the land of the midnight sun. I'll have you know it is 5 a.m.
I'm gonna go make some coffee. Fortunately, I bought some new ground beans in Malmö yesterday.
Had 2 hours to upload this video.
Good morning. I'm just briefly putting my face into the sun. I'm backing up a lot of Via Francigena things. I was shooting on 2 phones, which I don't recommend because now I have to figure out what was on which one and get them in the right order. I'm also backing up ridiculously my US road trip that I did back in October of last year. So eventually that will also come out as a video. I am doing readings for my next unit lecture. And last night I had a bit of a mare putting up my previous vlog. So it's gone up this morning. I'm applying for the job I don't have time to do. And this evening, I'm going with my uncle and my cousin, running to the bus. Application for a job put in into Malmö to watch a bunch of lads pretend to be the Beatles.
I am aware of the level of disheveled that I'm putting on the internet. This morning, I have a bunch of images that I need to deliver. I've edited another image. I edited a video yesterday in preparation for next week. And so I'm starting on the next one. I have reading to do.
If I'm going head to toe or toe to head. Oh, do you know what? Well, no, it would be nice for it to be Swedish, but I'm open to it. Obviously, I'm open to it. But I'd actually like to collaborate at the point that I'm able to make those teeny tiny design tweaks that would just make it a bit more like pilgrim friendly.
To repair some of the ecosystems we've damaged and allow wildlife to return.
Okay, genuinely, my new laptop is the bee's knees. That said, I most definitely am pushing this thing within an inch of its life. I'd actually like to really look at like critical thinking in the space of pilgrimage. So, for example, you know, authenticity. We talk about authenticity a lot in pilgrimage, and what does that actually mean? Was the origin of the concept of authenticity within the framework of pilgrimage, and how does that apply today? Is it detrimental? You know, not necessarily looking for an answer as such, but sort of to engage in the conversation in a way that is a little bit more informed. Good afternoon, it's 5:30 and I took my critical thinking idea to the next level. So now there are 19 videos scripted, a whole list of graphics that I need to design, but what I need to do, I've got listed. We've acquired a table from the bakery. So it's 6 o'clock on a Sunday and I have no idea how that happened. Stealing my mum's skincare bits. Right, I am gonna go make some dinner. I'm gonna bring the laundry in, it's been drying outside. And I should say I'm gonna stop working. But the likelihood is I'm not gonna stop working. But maybe I'll read.
Good morning from the Financial Times. Today is Monday, June 8th, and this is your FT News Briefing. The attack came hours.
I've got this script in me and I'm sort of trying to smash it out before I start judging it.
Hello, my name's David Runciman and this is Past, Present, Future. It's Ursula Le Guin's The Dis. What is our ideal set?
Good morning. I'm on my second coffee. Clearly I need it. I have completed a script, so that's extraordinarily exciting. I will need to get to storyboarding and obviously filming, and well, you know, the production process is a very long thing. This little thing that sticks out is actually mirrors, so that you are able from inside to see who is knocking on your main door. I will have you know that I was sat here, thoroughly enjoying my time, writing, reading, and then I was shat on betwixt my toes. Good afternoon. It's Monday, it's the afternoon, which is why I said good afternoon. If I say I'm tired one more time, we need to actually just start a drinking game, although that might hospitalize most of us. I'm going to Copenhagen tomorrow. I've got one night in a very lovely hotel there as a treat from my mum, which is really kind. And then on Wednesday morning, I'm going to Dublin. Everything I'm making is requiring like way too much of a production process, which is also why it's like impossible to produce more than I'm producing. So I was like, okay, how do I recreate the whole concept of being able to like batch do stuff when I don't, like explicitly do not want to be doing the trend-led templates? Hi, so I'm in a meeting upstairs and it's going swimmingly, but I'm getting genuinely drowsy, so I'm going to grab some tea. And I've just seen that all of Mum's laundry is still out there and she has gone off to dinner with a bunch of friends. So I'm actually just gonna pull that in.
I'm going to Copenhagen today. Gonna pack. Oh, that's so heavy. Well, good afternoon. Copenhagen airport.
So I'm here for, oh, I didn't even realize I buttoned that. And I've got a extremely exciting, extremely jam-packed week plus in Dublin. I say week plus because I do not have a flight out of Dublin yet. So as soon as I get there and I see Cait and we ascertain the schedule that we will be flitting between, there's a lot of events going on because it's Bloom's week in Dublin, and also I'm going to be doing a bunch of shooting for Cait and otherwise. So there's a lot on, lots of shot lists, etc. And this afternoon I have as is very typical, an absolute shed load of work to get through, really ideally before I get to Dublin, because there are things that are due, reading that is going to come up, etc. And I really don't want to have that on my plate while I'm there. So we're here, it's beautiful. My understanding is there's a spa. I would like to enter that spa, but I am actually here to get some work done. So we're gonna set up and I'm gonna get a priorities list on some hotel stationery and then go down to the pool. My decision making has collapsed, so I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna go see the beautiful pool area.
Happy Wednesday. It is Cait Day. It is Dublin Day. The last time that I was with Cait in Dublin was on my way to the US, and she's got a jumper that I left there ages ago, so I can't wait to be reunited with my jumper and Cait.
Okay, so we have two ideas here. Basically, either we do this left-hand graphic or we have this graphic. The idea being that in either case, it looks like you're adding notes in a margin.
Take care of me, Delrick.
Oh, Leon. Very excited. Hello.
So cute, it's okay.
Learn to say no, Telly. That's coming from me.
Raging boner for that stage. I haven't.
Well, good afternoon and goodbye to all of you willing brave souls who consume this log. I am making my way through a schedule that the planner extraordinaire, Cait, put together with me over this weekend. So I'm cracking through carousels, I'm looking at application requirements, I am finishing off this log, of course, and just, as you would imagine, a lot of other things. I had a wonderful weekend. We had a South African braai, I'm being drowned in puppies, and this next week promises to be super fun.
Thank you for watching. See you in 2 weeks for Bloomsday in Dublin, almost exclusively dog content, and finally a return to London.
Would you like to tell us about the most recent methodology that you have reviewed?